look, it's not good what's happening. It's a crisis bordering on a pandemic. We don't want another one of those on our hands. And I just want whoever it is that's doing it, whoever is targeting our midfielders with twisted ankles, I want you to know the police have been called. Are there any suspects? I mean, not that I know of, but personally I suspect it's out of work Easter bunnies just running amok.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 8, Episode 6. Today it's Lokomotiva in the league and then Trabzonspor in the Europa League. Hopefully 6 points to come here, but we are in the middle of an injury crisis specifically to our midfield and it's twisted ankles. I'll just make myself disappear here for a second. Now we know Markic has gone long term with his damaged spine, but Kakovenga has come back and then been injured again with a twisted ankle. Noah Skoko also with a twisted ankle. We can see there also Bosniak back soon, but a twisted ankle. I don't understand what's going on. Obviously, we suspect foul play, but it's really hurting us, not just because those players are missing, but because we can't rotate. We've got games, 3 games a week, and it's really we're struggling. We are really struggling to put out a strong midfield that has not got a heavy match load. So. Yeah, that's where we're at, but we won't use that as an excuse. We will keep. I mean, I will if we lose, but we'll keep. We'll keep doing our best to power on through here. Now, there is one piece of good news, and that involves Hugo Torres, who is continuing to look like an absolute star. And if we have a look at his contract here, he has signed a new deal, and there is no minimum release fee. There is a match highest earner clause, and there is a almost 20 grand a week contract, but there's no release fee. So he's here for the next 5 seasons or until we want to get rid of him and or cash in on him, and that is good news because he has been a star. I think we can all agree on that. Hopefully we can anyway. Now there are some games to catch you up on. There's 5 of them in fact. There is a little bit of a gap since last episode. So the first one was in the league against Istra. We took an early lead when Siraj teed up Palumbo. Bertic made it 2-0. And Palumbo made it 3-0 at half-time. But Istra pulled one back before Novak got his first Jarun goal in stoppage time. So a comfortable win this one. You may have noticed Ramsey, who we have got out on loan at Istra, was got the assist on their goal, so good on him. But yeah, Palumbo was brilliant. Most of the team was brilliant in this one. A really good performance. Avia not had a great game in this one, but everybody else around him was fine. We got the points. Next up, it was the league. There wasn't the league, it was the cup. It was a choice of 2 and I still got it wrong. Now this was against Podravina or something along those lines. No idea how you say it, but they are the team that knocked out Rijeka in the last round, so clearly they're not the worst. Let's go and have a look at how we did against them. Skoko sent in Akbazli to open the scoring. Palumbo made it 2-0. And Turpic got out third before half-time, before Palumbo picked out Novak to make it 4-0. So Palumbo and Novak really are carrying this midfield at the moment, but I'm not quite sure how they beat Rijeka, to be honest. We dismantled them, and they barely rattled us. So yeah, really good result, that one. Very pleased with it, obviously. And we're into the next round. We've got Gorica in the quarterfinal. It's up next. Now, final game? No, what is wrong with me today? We've still got a few to go. The next game is Hajduk Split in the league. We went ahead just before half-time when Torres picked out Ranocchia. And it was 2-0 when Della Vabora crossed for Avia, before Bertic made it 3-0. So this was a really good, solid win. We just wore them down over time. You can see this is where Bosniak got injured. We had Avia got a goal disallowed midway through the first half. First half was quite tight, and then as you can see on the XG tracker, second half we just wore them down and got the goals that our performance deserved in the end. Next up was the Europa League game. It was Enorthosis Famagusta, the Cypriot side. It was a game I thought we'd win quite comfortably. We were at home. Let's see if I was right. Palumbo gave us the lead in style. And a tweet crossed from Matanovic to make it 2-0 early in the second half. But Famagusta pulled one back before Palumbo sealed the points, though Famagusta got a stoppage time consolation. So this was much more comfortable than the 3-2 scoreline would suggest. It was their only 2 shots on target, which doesn't bode well for Utunen in goal, does it? Or Jantonen, whatever his name is. Palumbo again, another 2 goals, absolute star of the season so far. And yeah, it was actually a fairly comfortable win. Obviously, when it's a 1-goal difference, you are going to be a little bit nervous, but it was, as I said, comfortable enough. So 3 points in Europe, wonderful stuff. Back to the league now against Slaven Palupo. We fell behind early, but Reyes crossed for Skoko to get us level for half-time. Ranocchia gave away possession for Slaven to get back in front. But Matanovic got us level again, before he then put us ahead. Only for Slaven to make it 3-3. So I have absolutely no idea how we didn't win this game. They scored from their only 3 shots on target. Again, Utunen doesn't reflect particularly well on him. But it was one of those games. It was just defensive errors from both teams. It felt like was we were just determined, both teams, to give the other team a goal. So probably a good game to watch as a neutral. But yeah, from our point of view, very frustrating. And yeah, 2 points that we really shouldn't have dropped. So if we look at what this does for the league table, and, well, we've got a game in hand on Dinamo, which is our game about to be played against Lokomotiva, who are currently bottom. If we win that, we go 4 points clear. Rijeka has dropped off the pace a little bit. Gorica's on a good run of form, and then after that, it is sort of everybody battling for the last European spot. And at this point, it's looking like Varesen and Lokomotiva will be scrapping it out between them to see who goes down directly and who goes down through the playoff, or has a playoff anyway. So let's see what we're doing here against Lokomotiva. We are at home, and we are expecting a 4-4-2 out of them. And this is the team that we are sending out. So it is Utunen in goal, probably despite my better judgment, Utunen in goal. Borchman, Benik, and Jakic will be a back 3 to counter their 4-4-2. Antwi down the right, Reyes down the left. This is the guy that we signed, promising fullback. Hopefully he's going to have a good game for us. Still settling into the club in Croatia, though, I think. Novak, who's been brilliant. Another one of our youngsters that came through the academy, and he's stepping up, which is all we can ask our kids to do. He's only 18, and he's proving his worth. Ranocchia will go next to him in midfield. Misevic, it is a debut for Misevic, another one of our academy kids, and promising midfielder, only just turned 16, and actually he's been 16 for a little while. Has he 23rd of February? So he has been 16 for a little while. We're just giving him a chance. We don't really have too many options. It's going to be Busley and Matanovic to go up front. We do have some options on the bench, but some of the better players we're trying to keep fresh for the what's it called? Europa League. We have come back from an international break. Palumbo's on the bench if we need goals, because he's been absolutely flying lately. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. They do have Tinavoy on their bench, so nice to welcome him back to the stadium. But nobody else there, I don't think, that I recognise as a former Jarun player. Let's just get out there without too much pressure on us. Now, a couple of other pieces of news to catch you up on. Avia, one player of the month, but it would have been October, because we're almost finished November now. And the other news is that Ranocchia, I forgot that I did this when I signed him, because he was a little bit older. There was a 2-year deal plus a year extension. We've triggered that extension. So that gives us sort of that recent form. It gives us a year then to decide then if we do want to keep him beyond 30, or if we want to just let him go. Or we could, in theory, I guess, cash in on him in the summer as well. So, yeah, he's here for the next season and a half, is Ranocchia. So that's all good. So we had an international break. Bertic got his first Romania. I think he is Romanian, isn't he? He got his first Romanian goal, so well done to him. And it did come at a good time, because it's sort of, we don't have that many internationals. Senior, we've got a few youth internationals, but not that many senior internationals. And what it meant, though, is that, well, as you could see, Palumbo, who's played just about every game, it feels like, he was able to get a bit of a rest. Oh, that's not good. Not quite sure what's happened there. In the end, we've been a little bit unlucky, because it's bounced off just about every man on the field and found its way into the back of the net. But something went a little bit wrong, because Reyes was out here with him. And, yeah, I don't really know where Reyes thinks he's going. It's Ranocchia, it's off somebody else, and it's in. If Ranocchia had let it go, it was straight to Utunen in truth. But we find ourselves a goal down early. So that's, as I said, not ideal. We've told them to fire up. We're still dominating possession. One thing I have noticed a little bit is if we have this sort of situation where we're dominating possession, we're not really creating much, is that if we go more direct passing to space, it does, it sort of solves that problem a little bit for us. I've noticed anyway, we seem to create a little bit more. So we'll try that again, see if that is something that'll work for us in this occasion. Because I think what is happening as well is that because we are now a sort of an established top of the table side, teams will play against us differently. Matanovic to Reyes. Reyes has got Akbazli in the middle. It's fallen to Akbazli eventually. It looks like it's going to count. I'm not sure if Matanovic got the touch or if it was a defender. I'm assuming it was a defender because it looked as though when the touch came in, and it was a really good cross in from Reyes, I think the touch, we would have had Akbazli offside. Yeah, it has hit the defender. So a little bit of luck back for us there. But Reyes will get the assist. Akbazli will get the goal. And it is 1-1. So yeah, again, just sort of going more direct and passing into space when teams are... when we're dominating possession but not really doing anything with it. That is just continuing to seeming to work for us. Now... Antwi's not having a great game. Now, is that a tactical thing? Ideally, I would very much like to keep the players on the bench that we want to save for Europe. I'd like to say that Akbazli has a bruised knee. Oh, that always feels like just such a cop-out to come off for that, doesn't it? Let's see what we get out of him at half-time. Okay, I'm going to say we've been... All right, let's go with not happy. Let's motivated them. He is injured but feels he can shake off the knock. So I think we leave him on then, don't we? As long as he's performing okay. There's no need to really change him, I wouldn't have thought. We've got a corner. Ranocchia to take. Floats it into the back post. Reyes will pick that up. Does he have a right foot? Not really. Jakic back to Antwi. Antwi. Oh. It's only playing a 6-3 now. Can I just individually tell him to focus, maybe? Borchman comes forward. Borchman. Can he get a ball wide? He can't, but Reyes sweeps in and keeps possession for us. Benasek. All the way back we go. Jantanen. Borchman again. Look at Reyes. He's making such a good run. He needed that to actually be in front of him a bit more. Oh, it's another Reyes. Won the cross. And Masevic. I thought it was Matanovic that got the finish, but it's not. It's the young midfielder, and he's got a debut goal just after the break. Where did he come from? Well, here he is here, and he's... Oh, it's a cracking run. That's a really good goal, isn't it? For a 16-year-old making his first appearance, Masevic, have we got another star here? No, I gave that shot to Antwi, didn't I? So we can't do a team one. At least Antwi's feeling inspired, so... Sometimes telling people off can inspire them. We'll give it a praise, I think. Masevic is frustrated by that, which is a bit of an unusual reaction to praise, but that's okay. Now, if we take Antwi off, it's going to have to be Hugo Torres, and I don't really want to bring him on here. But we've got another highlight. Reyes. Masevic has done well. Matanovic, though, maybe not quite so much. Reyes again. Look at the space we've got through the middle now all of a sudden. Reyes has done brilliantly to use it. Oh, you've got to make that pass. Come on, boys. We've picked it up again, though, with Jakic. Jakic to Antwi. All right, Antwi. That's a bit ridiculous, to be honest. Matanovic. Masevic. Oh, I wonder if we don't go quite so direct. Masevic has done brilliantly. Masevic into the middle, and Antwi can't. Not Antwi, it was Akbazli. Oh, it's a corner, is it? So it's taken a deflection wide. Ranocchia to take it. Can we get 2 goals clear? Not with that one, we can't. Look at the space we've got all of a sudden. Masevic. Oh, it's a good ball from Matanovic to Masevic. Masevic! Straight to the goalkeeper. I've hit demand more there. I wasn't completely convinced that was what I wanted to do. That seems to have fired some people up, though. Yeah, like I say, ideally, I don't want to... let's go positive if they're gone attacking. I don't want to not attack them. But equally, Akbarzli's looking like he might collapse from exhaustion. So let's get Turpic on. Turpic did pick up a trait that he likes to come deep to get the ball, so that does kind of work for a deep lying forward. Novak's done well there to win it back. Matanovic gets it wide for Antwi. Can he do something useful? It's a good ball for Turpic, and it's a Turpic classic as Tinavoy comes on. We need to give it a focus. Do we go and close down the game? Now, when I went to close down the game against Slaven, they scored almost instantly. So I'm a little bit hesitant to do it. And I've actually missed pause there. So, don't do it. We're over the allotted time. Oh, jeez. So, we just about get away with that. Not the most convincing versus bottom of the league, but a win is a win. Not the greatest finishing going around there either, to be truthful, but we did enough. So there we go, Misevic, out of obscurity onto the starting lineup, and he gets the winning goal. You love to see that, don't you? And Rijeka have continued to fall away too there. So it's starting to look like a two-horse race now, isn't it? And we know we've got a big head-to-head advantage over Dinamo. So Reyes, I think, that was his first appearance, I think, on the channel, wasn't it? And he's shown there he could be a very useful player for us indeed. But anyway, that's that. Wait right there. Trabzonspor is next. I think we're at home for that one as well. So a big 3 points if we get it, and that should be us into the next round. All right, welcome back. We are hosting, indeed, the Turkish side, Trabzonspor. So let's go and see what we're expecting from them here. A bit of a bus park with three up front. Now, I was tempted to sort of keep this the three centre-back formation, but I thought, well, we'll have a look at the team here. With the fact that they've got a number 10 in there, we'll stick Sithole there, and they don't have that much width, so hopefully we'll be okay with this. This is a team that we're sending out, so it's Yurtunen in goal. It is Fatakanti and Williams as the back two. Sithole goes in front of them with Torres and Delavabora providing the width. Bosniak, just back from injury, not really sharp, but anytime we can get fresh legs in midfield, we'll take it. He's next to Palumbo. Then we've got Siraj, Bertic, and Avia as the front three. All right, so we can see the team sheets here now. Turkey tends to be a league where players just sort of turn up. Oh, Garenko. Now, this guy's Australian. He was, I think there's two of them. I mean, there's two brothers, but I think this is the guy that Newcastle United have signed in real life. Richarlison, I wonder if it's that one. Surely there's only one of them going around. Although Richarlison in Season 8 is probably getting on a little bit, isn't he? Home form's important to us. Let's make that count today. And, yeah, hopefully we can get a win here. 15 points. And that should be, job done in terms of, probably already job done in terms of getting out of the knockout round. But even in terms of getting into the top 8, which would be an improvement on what we did last year, of course. And so they have come out 4-4-2, so that's annoying. Scouts, what are you doing? Well, I guess we go with it for now, because, again, another one of these where if we played Yapik, we could have just dropped him back in. Sithole, I mean, he can play as a centre-back. Ideally, it's not what we would have wanted to do, though. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see how we go. What we could do is move Sithole forward. And for Bosniak, because Bosniak, not match sharp, may not last the distance here. And then we can either bring Triantis on as to a back three, or we can move Fatah. Oh, look at that from Siraj to Avia! Oh, inside a minute! And Ronaldo Avia has given us a 1-0 lead. And what a start that is. It's a really good goal too, isn't it? Siraj, this little touch from Siraj here to go round the defender. It's just here, I think, isn't it? Oh, that sets it up. And then Avia, goalkeeper, should be doing a lot better with that, in truth. But 24 seconds, I think that goal was. And that's, is that going to break a record for the club? I don't think it will for the Europa League, although maybe it will. That puts us top of the standings as well. Although, after 30 seconds, not many teams have had a chance to score a goal yet, have they? So that will probably change. But it'll be interesting to see. I think next episode is when we face Atletico Madrid. It will be interesting to see how we stack up against them. As Monaco have taken the lead as well. Because that's our first real test, I think, isn't it? As it is hacked away. There's no one up for them, though. So Delavabora will bring it forward. And he's been unchallenged pretty much to the penalty area, but it's flicked away. And Sithole covers in nicely there. Williams. forward for Bosniak, who gives it away. And Karur is offside there. Surely he is offside. He's finished it well. Are we not worried about offside at all? All right, I guess not. So it's 1-1. So Bosniak gets caught in possession, and I'm still not convinced he's not offside. It's good to see an Australian striker be able to take a chance like that. We've not had that really since Mark Viduka. To be honest, he was a little bit hit and miss. We don't see a replay, which is always a little bit suspicious. Bertic now over a free kick. We really need to sign an Ernic, don't we? So we can have Bert and Ernic. Fatakanti. Oh, he's done well to get the space for the cross. Oh, that's some cracking defending back at on the line there, though. Sithole picks it up. And that will do it for that. Fatakanti to Palumbo. Fatakanti. It's such a wonderfully rhyming name, isn't it? Just sort of... It's almost like... you know what it would be? It would be a cracking name said in a Welsh accent, would Fatakanti. Sithole. Williams. Sithole again for Bosniak. Oh, trying to play in Torres, but not quite managing to do it. And Palumbo can't quite get to that. Are we going to find ourselves in a little bit of trouble here? And we might need to go and switch up the formation here, I think, because... Oh, it's a little bit unlucky. Was he offside? Do we get a little bit of a reprieve? No, it didn't look offside, to be honest. He was behind the ball when the initial shot came in. And then it's just off the goalkeeper. Yeah, might have been a little bit close, actually, but I don't think we can complain too much. So we're going to have to make changes here. All right, so we're going to try something here. We're going to try... I've never used this position before, but Sithole's going to play as a libero because he is more naturally a midfielder, so he should step up into midfield when we have possession, as opposed to being a halfback where he drops back in between when we have possession. So we'll see how this goes. Unpause would be a helpful thing to do. Let's try and give them a fire up. It's another one of these games where we've had a lot of possession, but maybe not the chances. Oh, Palumbo's hit the crossbar. And it's going to be a goal kick. So we'll see how the change goes, and then we will go from there. Doesn't look like it's changing too much, though. So we'll try this again. And see where it gets us. It's defensive highlights. That's not great. Bosniak can't quite close that down. Palumbo, can we put the pressure on and win that ball back? Oh, Palumbo, not quite there. They're just doing enough right now, aren't they? And, we're just getting picked off. I mean, that's not offside either. And a game that I genuinely thought was going to... Oh, it is offside. Well, oh, yeah, he is. He is just. Utonen in goal, maybe not covering himself in glory. Let's try berating, because it... Typical Jarun, isn't it? We dominate possession, and we just seem to give teams goals. It's a real gift we have, actually. It's not easy to do. So, yeah, despite dominating the game, are we going to be 2-1 down at half-time? Palumbo with a corner. Floats it in. It is away. Fatakanti to Bosniak. Bosniak to Palumbo. Palumbo takes a touch to Williams. Oh, and Reece Williams has scored with his foot. And in stoppage time, I mean, you'd be livid. We're in the 4th minute of 2. But we've got level. And that's all that we really care about. I thought Palumbo was going to absolutely unleash, but Williams has done really well there, and it doesn't look great on the goalkeeper, but there's 3 players in front of him. He probably saw it late. And, well, we've done everything but score the goals we should score there. Let's go with... is there an unlucky option here? Let's have a look. We can still win this. Keep working hard. It'll come. I think that is probably... Because, we have been the better side, but I also don't want us to sort of just fancy Dan it out there and expect that we're going to win. So let's give it a focus to start off the half. It's overwhelmed them, but hopefully they'll come back to us. I'd like to see a little bit more of Sithole playing in this as this Liberio, or whatever it's called, to see how it's working for us. 2 of our 3 centre-backs are actually midfielders, so that, I mean, it's not great, is it? Okay, well, what do we do here? It's not quite working, is it? Okay, so let's try passing into space and not exploiting the middle, but maybe we'll shorten the passes down a little bit and see if that works. And we've got a highlight starting with us defending, which is always a little bit nervy. Ball over the top. Fatakanti heads it down, and Palumbo picks it up. Avila on the run. Avila loses out, wins it back. Avila's in. Ronaldo Avila. Oh, the Turkic finish. But that was a little bit more like it, wasn't it? Let's try encouraging them. All right, Bosniak is not having a great game. This could be an opportunity. It's a stick or twist moment here, isn't it? Do we absolutely go for it? Or do we just bring Triantis on, which is probably the sensible thing to do in truth. Bring Triantis on. Just have somebody playing in there on the cover. Maybe go back to wide centre-backs, which we weren't doing. I didn't want everybody getting forward with the libero as well. Someone had to stay back and defend. But we can maybe try getting away with that now. And yeah, let's leave it at that in terms of changes. Delavor's not having a great game, but Rupnik he's not really fit. He is, but not really, you know what I mean? I don't know if we want to risk him here or not. Let's also try... Well, we are trapping them on the outside. Okay, so let's keep going with that then. Is there anything in this for us? Late on. Let's try demand more. We've got a corner. Palumbo to take. It's the goalkeeper coming a long way. Sithole has it. Triantis back to Sithole wide. Here's a chance for Palumbo. He's hit the crossbar again. Oh, and that was a rocker. That's quite unlucky. Can we go and get the 3 points here late on? We definitely deserve them. Alright, so let's try shooting on target. Let's get some crosses into the box. Let's go back to more direct. And is there any sort of stoppage time, glory or heartbreak to be had? Focus. Doesn't look like it. So 2-2. And that feels like a game we should have won, doesn't it? Couple of defensive errors. And yeah, we didn't play badly going forward. But a home game, and you just think that might be, when it comes to qualifying for the top 8, 2 points that we really miss. But anyway, they're gone now, so no point crying about it. So Jarun missed the chance to win. We really did, didn't we? We have not quite secured a playoff spot, but those teams had 15 points. We've got 13, so we're essentially there. Perhaps more disappointingly, the money we don't get is the thing, isn't it, in the coefficient points. But anyway, as I said, it's gone now. No point crying about it. We'll be back next time. It is Rijeka at home. We could probably just about see them off once and for all in the league. You can see there, Gorica away is our cup quarter-final. And then it is Atletico Madrid at home. 3 home games in a row. So the last 2 are away from home, yeah. Anything we take from Atletico Madrid will be a bonus, and it'll be a real good test. As I said during that game, it'll be a good test to see exactly where we stack up right now compared to one of the bigger teams in Europe. As I said before, I don't know why they're in the Europa League. Same with Manchester United, but I guess only so many teams can make the Champions League, can't they? So that's all for next time, guys. Until then, open Aussie Bell, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.